the introduction of the Titanfall beta, we could be introduced into a new era of FPS games. EA with Respawn Entertainment is leading the way into this innovative new game that is Titanfall. A little backstory on the game is that it comes from the developers who worked on Call of Duty and now focus their attention towards this absolutely stunning game. Now this is not your typical FPS shooter. It's a game where you control what are called pilots, but you can also call in a Titan or a mech and control that as well, or you can tell it to be put on follow mode and it will control itself, which is actually a really cool feature in my opinion. I think it enhances the use of the mechs and also makes it so people won't just not call in their Titan. So if you got in the beta, you already know this, but for people who didn't get in the beta, when you first get in the game, there's a tutorial that you're required to do, and it teaches you the different keybinds and different ways that you're supposed to control your pilot, and also the different things that you can do with your Titan. Now, in a typical FPS, like any of the Battlefields or the Call of Duties, you're not able to utilize your environment like you can in Titanfall. In this game, you're able to run along walls and double jump, which, in my opinion, greatly increases the fun of the game. In addition to that, though, the sheer speed that the game is played at is amazing. If you were to compare the speed that Call of Duty's played at, or the speed that Battlefield's play at, and then compare it to this, you wouldn't believe the difference between them. Now, with all of the movement features that are implemented into Titanfall, you're able to pull off some crazy kills. You can literally run up to a wall, double jump off the wall, spin around, and kill the guy that's chasing you. And this kind of thing just hasn't been done before by any company. The closest thing to landing kills like that would be like Assassin's Creed or like Thief coming out, something like that. It's never been in an FPS, like a typical FPS that we've seen throughout like the last 10 years. And for them to take features from games like that, which are already fun, and then put them into an FPS and still retain the fast pace that it's played at and like make it really cool, they've done an amazing job with it. And that's just things that you can do with pilots. On top of that, they've added the Titans that you can call in. Now, Titans are the big mechs that people get into. The closest thing that I compare them to is like what you see in Avatar, for example. The people can get into those big metal robots and control them from within. Now, in Titans, you experience a whole different side of the game. Titans, obviously being stronger than pilots, are able to one or two hit kill pilots, but you also engage in these big battles between your friendly Titans and enemy Titans. Now, the cool part about this is they've introduced ways to counter your attacks in the Titans with other Titans. For example, they've equipped Titans with a vortex shield which can absorb bullets or missiles that are being shot at and fire them back at the enemy. So a well-timed vortex shield could be the difference between life and death, and also could deal some serious damage to an enemy Titan. Now, on top of that, you're also able to perform like a dash to get in or out of combat quickly. Now, if you're aware of your surroundings, you'll be able to dash back and forth very quickly in order to dodge enemy attacks and take less damage. Titans are also equipped with a special ability that further increases the power of the Titans. And you can really tell when you're in a Titan, you are more powerful than you are a pilot. But that's not to say pilots are completely useless in this situation. In fact, I even find it more fun sometimes to be a pilot going up against a Titan, because it just seems like a more worthwhile kill. Now, what you're able to do in this game is you can get behind a Titan and jump on top of the back of it, and you'll like pull off some armor and you'll start shooting the back of it. So you're not completely useless as a pilot. You're actually able to do a lot of damage to the Titans if you're able to get on the back of it, which isn't that hard. With a few well pieced together jumps, you're able to get on top of a Titan pretty easily. Now, all of these features being put together in one game just makes the game completely amazing. They've taken features from other already successful games and put them into a game whose industry is already popular. Now, for me, it just gets to the point of, why wouldn't you buy this game? It's completely amazing. They've truly innovated on the FPS genre, which is already amazing as it is. Even outside of the gameplay itself as well, there's customization options that you're able to choose from. Now, not only are you able to customize your loadouts for your pilot, you're also able to edit your Titans loadouts as well. You can choose the gun, the special ability, and I think when they release the game you're even able to choose which armor type you want to take. Now, this being the beta, I don't know that for sure, but it was an option under the loadouts. You're also able to choose between male and female models, which in other games have been things that you'd have to pay for or like unlock. Who knows, maybe they'll even make it so you can customize the Titan models and the male-female models as well. I do know one thing, people do like to customize things like that, and I think it wouldn't be a bad idea for them to put into the game. But to me, that is a very insignificant part of the game, and the sheer gameplay itself, the way the game plays, is just amazing. I don't think I've had this much fun with an FPS since the introduction of the Call of Duty Modern Warfare series. And back then, that was an innovative idea. Yes, it did come off of the original Call of Duties that were based off of World War II, but it took those ideas and it put them into a stage that was in Modern Warfare. It had the things that people thought were cool, like the guns of today and the helicopters of today and all the new technologies. People thought that those things were cool, so for them to put them into a game, it was really smart. Now, innovative ideas have always been things that people liked, and for this game, they've definitely hit the mark in terms of creating a game that people will like. I mean, this is only the beta, and I'm just stunned at how amazing it is. There's only 2 maps on the beta. They're releasing with 15. Now that doesn't even include all the guns that they'd probably add as well too. Now, will Titanfall be that next new big FPS game? I think that it really hit the mark with all of the features they've added. They made a game that can extend not only to FPS players, but also players from other genres. Now, speaking hypothetically, this should increase the number of players that they get for this game. One thing for sure, I will be one of those customers playing the game. I'll be doing more things about Titanfall in the future, so if you like the video, leave a like, and also comment on the video if you want anything answered about Titanfall. And also subscribe to my channel if you want more videos about Titanfall. Alright guys, thanks for watching, and I'll see you in the next one.